So in 1963, I was 5 years old, and I remember attending the famous MLK I Have a Dream speech. As a matter of fact, my dad drove the bus, our church bus, from Amityville, New York, all the way 4.5 hours into Washington, D.C. I also remember that I was wearing one of my favorite sweaters, the black, red, and yellow sweater, like each panel had like red and then yellow. Because I was 5 years old, I don't really remember understanding as much about the day or the feel of the crowd, but I do remember the voices who spoke that day and being kind of amazed that there were like so many people gathering. My sense of being there that day was more of a group of people determined to accomplish the goal of equal rights and just being recognized as full citizens. I think it's incredible that in my lifetime, the Voting Rights Act was signed and the Civil Rights Act. But maybe I should also mention, if it weren't for the nonviolent approach, those goals may not have been realized.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
Everything came into perspective for me when I saw my mom crying for the first time. I can still see the image in my mind now. I think that's the first time I experienced anger about the movement and about the life of Dr. King. You have every reason to be angry about whatever the discrimination is that you may face, but you have a choice of how you're going to respond to that discrimination. Leading with love is always going to be the best response to any discrimination or any anger or any conflict. Because ultimately for us as Christians, if we're not leading with love, then we can't lead others to Christ. So I remember a scripture from 1 Peter 2:9, where it says that we are a peculiar people. And I often wondered, what does that really mean? Does it mean that we're like strange or odd? No, but I think it really means that we're different because we have the Spirit of God living in us. And that should mean something to us because we know that darkness and light can't reside in the same place. We should not respond with darkness, but with light. So know whose you are, know who you are, and walk with God.